Hi, my name is Lucy. I used to work for an artist and now I am becoming an artist. Come and join me as I document my creative journey and fall back in love with art.
Good evening. I've been really bad and not filmed today, but I do have something exciting, which is some happy mail. Or maybe some Hoobie mail, because it's from Hoobie. So there was a seconds sale at the weekend that a load of small businesses. Oh, that is so annoying, Zuki. Oh, hang on. Zuki, can you stop, please? Are you good? You good? Thank you. Now she's shaking. Yes, so there was a second sale happening with a load of small businesses over the weekend, and I bought from Hoobie many years ago when they were only doing sort of pet tags and pet gifts. They've now branched out and have started doing stationery and sort of wholesaling in stationery products as well as supplying their own. And I had a look at what they had on offer and had to snap some stuff. So I'm going to film a TikTok of what I got, and I will show you guys after said TikTok what I got as well. So I went very sensible, didn't splash out too much, but there were definitely other things that I will likely get in future. So I got a lovely Papier Tigre pencil. It's a mechanical pencil. These are my go-to. I love mechanical pencils. I've got a very similar one. So the minute I saw that they were doing these ones, I was like, yes, I need to have that. So this is the one I'm currently using, which basically looks like a normal pencil, but it's a mechanical. I had something similar that I got from a friend when I was at school she was from Japan, and so all of her like stationery was from Japan, and I loved it, and she was like, oh, you can have it. I have no idea where that pencil went, and I was gutted when I lost it. So the fact that I managed to find another one, although this one is like double the size, because hers was like probably up to there, so it was a bit like easier on the thing. Easier, I think it's just because this one's a bit longer, but it is like a normal pencil. So that's obviously not the one I got. That's the one that I got. So I will be trying this out soon. And then I got some very cute fluffy puppy post-it notes that I am very looking forward to using. I had to get the fluffies because, first of all, two of them are very much like Zuki. They're very spitsy dogs, so that's why we got those. Obviously they can't be black because you wouldn't be able to write with them unless you have like a white gel pen, but these are perfect. So, and they're really cute and small, so I'll be using those on something, probably in my planner for all of my businessy ideas. So that was Hoobie. I'm going to aim to do some drawing tonight, so I will be using this pencil to see how it does. Oh, covered in spider webs. Good morning. Excuse my hair. I have recently just got out of the shower, so it is all plaited to try and curl it a little bit. This is week 3 of my studio vloggy journey. So I just wanted to kind of get a bit more personal. That's not the word I'm looking for. Give you guys a bit more information about me. I know in the first vlog that I did, I gave some information about why I was doing this. So basically in that I was sort of saying how I went to university to do animation, dropped out after a couple of months, decided I had ruined my life and have struggled to draw ever since. I have done some drawing. Obviously, last week's vlog I showed you a sketchbook from 2018, so that was 7 years ago. So obviously I have drawn since leaving university, which was in 2009. So yeah, I have drawn. Just haven't felt as confident as I once did with drawing. I have tried multiple things. I've tried small businesses to get me back into drawing, realised that probably wasn't the right way of doing it because I was doing pet portraits. Pet portraits is an oversaturated market anyway, and then I was struggling with the demand and struggling with the requests that I was getting, and realised that actually if I want to draw, I want to draw for myself. So I'm being a selfish artist. I think that's allowed. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I started doing this, was to document and be accountable for me getting back into art. The other thing that I did is I signed myself up for a trade show back in September. The trade show is next month. So I gave myself quite a few months to get things ready, but I don't have any products yet. So I have literally had to create art from scratch. So I have forced myself to create art in order to do this show. So it's a dog show. There are going to be Spitz type breeds there, so your Pomeranians, your Shiba Inus, your Huskies, for example. So I'm drawing all the dogs that are basically going there. I have kind of combined each dog into a illustration, and I'm creating 7 illustrations that are Christmas scenes to create Christmas products essentially. So wrapping paper, Christmas cards, gift tags, stickers and potentially notepads as well. Last night I started scanning 4 of the illustrations that I have completed. So I've got 3 left to draw and complete. I did start sketching out the next one. So last week I did some warm-up sketches of the next illustration. I basically showed the sketchbook drawing sequence in last week's vlog, but I didn't put any context to it. It was just a this is me drawing section. So last week I drew some stockings and some fireplaces to sort of warm myself up and get inspiration, and then from there I started drawing the Japanese breeds, and then last night I created the sketch, which is here. Hopefully that is visible on camera. It's a very light sketch at the moment. I will be 100% honest with you guys. So what I did is I scanned my sketches into the computer, put them together on this image here. So you can see I've got my creatures here. So I made them all the right size. I've then added a few that I hadn't drawn yet. I had drawn this one, but I wasn't too confident. So I've basically taken some photos here, and then I've got a fireplace. Used my light box to basically draw it all and start mocking it up. From there, I'm going to add my style on top of it. So even though I have done an initial trace, the majority of the work is mine because it's using my sketches. And then I'm adding my style on top of it as well, and obviously adding all my colouring style and everything. It's just helping me speed up the process of creating this artwork. I was going to continue doing some bits on the computer, some tidy up of the scans that I did, but I've left my hard drive in the other room. So I'm just going to work on the illustration instead. So while we're here, I thought I would go through my tools of the trade. So you might have noticed that I always seem to draw in coloured pencil first. I use the Prismacolor Colorays pencils. I've always found sketching in coloured pencil is just easier for me. Also, it has to be specific colours. I'm not very good at sketching in yellows, for example, or blues. Purple and green seem to be my go-to at the moment, and reds. So I've just started using the purple one, which is what I did these sketches in the other day. So you can see I just seem a lot more confident with those. Oh, I haven't done the tail. Oh, it's cut off anyway, so that's fine. Cool. I use a kneadable eraser to then lightly erase. Then I go in with a mechanical pencil. I've started using this one. This is really nice to draw with. So these were my has-been sketches yesterday that I did with just the pencil. So I'm really happy with them. So yeah, I go in with that. And then I go in with alcohol markers. Yeah, so at the moment I'm using the Ohuhu alcohol markers. This is actually an Ohuhu marker sketchbook, so it doesn't bleed as badly through the paper. It does still bleed, but it's not terrible. It doesn't go through multiple pages. So then I go over and do an outline. These outlines are in coloured pencil. They're not the Colorays, they're the Caran d'Ache. So this is just a basic set that I've got of 20 pencils. So I use the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils to outline, and then my eyes, which are always in black, I've just started using the Pigma graphic. Oh, are you going to focus? There we go. So I've just started using the Pigma graphic pens. I got a set of however many, and they come in different sizes. This is the thicker one. I don't tend to use that one. I tend to use the smallest one, which I think was like 0.1 mil. So yeah, that is the tools of the trade of me. So I've got the line art done. I haven't gone over the fireplace in the pencil because I probably won't do a fine line at the end with that. And it will be easier just to colour over that rather than colouring over pencil. Sometimes the pencil shows through, especially with lighter colours. I've done the same with the holly as well, because I will just go over the holly in green. So I'm going to go on to colouring it now. And here is our progress for today. Really pleased with how this is coming out. Bit concerned I might have to stop using the purple because it's not rubbing out. But no, I'm happy with how this is going. I've stopped for now. I'm going to work on my fire a bit more once I've got the dogs in, but I've been trying to do the backgrounds first. One, because they're my least favourite part, and two, I'm really worried about doing the dogs and then the background bleeding on them. So I've started doing backgrounds first in the hope that the dog can bleed into the background instead. And I've tried to work on some lighting stuff as well, where we've obviously got the warm glow of the fire on the dogs, and I started adding it like here and here. That's probably where it's going to be. There might be a little bit of a warm glow there, maybe. But then I realised I didn't actually do it on the stockings, so I might need to get my gel pens out to add it there. We are back in the studio. I don't really call this room a studio. We always call it the back room because it's at the back of the house. But I guess it is like a studio space. I've got my desk set up here. Dan's got his desk set up here, we craft, we create, so it is a studio. Ignore the dog being a pain as usual. Why do you do this every time I'm filming? You're having a dig. Yes, she is digging. Oh my gosh. You're ridiculous. I mean, that is impressive. Okay, she has actually stopped digging now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's a new day. I'm back in the studio. It's been a week. It's Wednesday, so it's the following week, and it's been insane. I can't believe we're only on Wednesday. I am tired. I am drained, and there's a dog there. It's been a lot, but I'm here. I finished an illustration last week. I've scanned it in. I've just started tidying it up. I need to mock up some greetings cards, and I keep saying that. I've said that for about 2 weeks now, so I'm actually going to do it. I've got some basic paper. Oh, there we go. This was the next one that I did. So this is the Japanese dogs. So we've got Shiba Inu, Kai Ken, Shikoku Ken, Akita Inu, Japanese Spitz, Hokkaido, and Kishu Ken, I think they're called. It's called. I'm not 100% because I haven't got Japanese breeds, but I think that's what they're all called. So that's the next one in the series. Then I've got 2 more left to do. I'm going to do the Norwegian one next. Basically, I was leaving that to the end. I'm very sure of what it's going to be. Because it's my own breeds, I was quite excited and wanted to leave the excitement till last. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to mock up some greetings cards and print them out, and that's going to be the end of this vlog. And then I'll start moving on to next week's vlog, doing more. I'm going to do some product photography, I think. I keep talking about product photography as well and then not doing anything with it. So end of this vlog is pretty much now. You'll just see some clips of me making a mock-up of the greeting card, and then next week we'll kickstart into mocking up an actual photo shoot of the cards and potentially putting them on Etsy as well. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now whilst the dogs play in the background. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.